So size, it depends on who you're sticking it in. If we're talking about heterosexual sex, then really it's more, honestly, statistically about the girth than the length. Length is really not that big a deal because the pleasure area for a woman is the clitoris, or just inside the upper part of the vagina, what we call the anterior vagina. That's the G-spot area. And it's really, that G-spot area is not that far deep. It's really not that deep. It's very shallow. And so the length of a penis doesn't need to be that long to really get a woman off. But girth could make a difference in that it provides more surface area and more contact with the clitoris, with the G-spot area.
So you mean to tell me that all my life these women been having shallow boxes?
No, the women don't have shallow boxes, but if you want to get her to come, if you want to get her to orgasm, you need to focus on the shallow. Yes, you need to focus on the vulva, the outside part, i.e. the clitoris, and you need to focus on that upper wall, that vagina.
So the depth of a woman's...
You don't need to be trying to get into her gut.
Why not? I'm trying to reach her heart.
Because
it means you're doing the wrong thing.
That's not what...
So some
girls creates pressure.
Yes.
That doesn't...
So y'all women don't like deep strokes?
I mean, we do, but it's also like, don't... It's like,
do you not want the deep strokes?
Don't rupture my cervix.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to touch the cervix.
Well, I ain't trying to kill you now, maybe.
This is my preference when it comes to sex. Like, I feel like sex is always fun no matter what you do. Right? No, okay, maybe
she's still
maybe
young.
not
No
matter what you
young.
do. But I feel like those deep strokes that you're talking about, it makes sex enjoyable, yes. Does it get her to come? No.
You have a point.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
You
saying.
have a point.
Like, well, what is enjoyable about it then? If it ain't making you come, see, like for a guy, we just want to come.
It makes you do this.
That's what's enjoyable to us. It makes you do what?
I think because you're enjoying
Do it
because
again?
you're like in the person. The person.
Right?
It makes you do what?
Y'all just want to know that he got some inches on him. He got some length.
It's not even that. Like, there's a feeling, but I don't. It's not a feeling that is necessarily going to make you have an orgasm.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
So
difference.
the three women on this panel right now, one being Dr. Millhouse, is telling me a 4-incher, a girthy 4-incher is good enough for you.
A girthy 4-incher is good
It
enough.
can do the job.
Yes.
Well, I just want yes or no's from the women. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had no 4 inches, so I can't say.
I mean, I'm going with science.
I need.
Science says that it'll do the
No,
job.
I'm going with I'm going with. All right. So all right.
It'll
scratch
do the job.
What is
If
it?
the chemo doctors say you need 7 weeks of chemo, I ain't finna argue with them. I'm not finna argue with the oncologist. So the doctor said 4 inches, I'm finna go with the 4.
That doesn't always mean it's right. Doctors get proven
but
wrong
if you
every
really
20
think
years.
about it,
But what
why
I
would
will,
God create
Many sizes.
exactly so many sizes.
Actually a good point.
and so many
But
depths.
think about the toys. The toys for women.
Oh, they
like,
come in
some of the
different
best
sizes.
toys
Yeah.
are not even that deep.
That's
Like, some of the
true.
best toys aren't that deep. They just know how to like stimulate the clitoris and the G-spot simultaneously. If you think about I love toys. I have this little curved little C thing and it vibrates on both ends, and baby, that thing can get me like that. And it's not that deep.
What do you mean C? Like, is it like
it's
a
like
part
a,
that?
it's like a U.
Shape.
It's shaped like that.
Okay, does one part go inside and
One
one stays
part
on
goes
the clit?
One part goes inside,
Or is
and the
one
part that goes inside doesn't go that deep.
You're right. It's like this.
Like that.
You're right. You're actually
Telling
right.
you. And I guarantee you, if any of the women here tried it and put that thing, you guys would be like, I'm telling you. And it's not that deep.
They be singing.
Yes.
So y'all got the nerve to shame men with small
I think it's called
penises,
Vivo?
and you don't even.
There's all sorts of
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
I need to.
You know what I'm talking about? Yes. It's like a dual vibrator. Yeah. But
So
the part that goes inside is fat. The part that stays on the clitoris. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go, Rico.
I'm just so confused because like, one of the things. There's two things that women do or call men to try to get underneath their skin. Right.
Okay, yeah.
It's being homosexual or having a small penis. Those are the two go-tos for women,
You're
right?
lame.
I don't use that.
Well, I'm just saying, like in general, right?
Heterosexual males.
For heterosexual males, yes, exactly. So now one of them is being small in terms of his genitals. So you mean to tell me all of these jokes that women have made about men with small penises, and they're like, hey, well, listen, my G-spot was at the top.
Well, okay,
Go ahead. Well, so I think that has more so to do with like hurting you where your pride is. Like you believe having a big dick is X. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh shit, if I know big like attacking X is a trigger point, then I'm gonna attack X.
So you mean to tell me we're now running this whole thing right now? I'm just making sure we understand that men should understand whether you are big or small, it doesn't even matter no more. It's literally just a shade at you. When you only need to be a couple inches and just aim that thing up.
Oh, wait. Let me say something.
Right. That ain't what she's saying.
Oh, wait. Okay,
'Cause the
talk
G-spot
about
is at the
penetrative
top.
sex. Now, if I want to look and see something nice, I want a nice, long, and thick penis.
Oh gosh.
You know,
Aaron,
if it's like
sit up.
aesthetically, and if I'm talking about putting it in my mouth, then I probably don't want a 4-inch stump.
Put it in your mouth. But you ain't getting no pleasure off your mouth.
No, how do you know I'm not getting pleasure out
No,
of that?
some people
Yeah.
find giving oral very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Enjoyable.
it is enjoyable.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
like
to
to
do
do
it.
But it's not making you come though.
maybe.
Okay,
Okay,
but
but that's
part
not-
of the warm up. It's
Wait, what?
part of the. Listen, you have to enjoy the journey.
I was about
Yeah.
to. So I think I'm thinking about too much. I feel
You're
like
getting to the destination too fast.
Yeah.
women, as we talked about in episodes way ahead of us, it takes
A
a,
lot.
while for a woman to come. That's not always.
That's because we're trying to go deep and you're telling me that it's in the beginning.
now you're telling me it's up.
Yeah, so realistically, maybe if we just re-navigated to the proper route,
That's
we'd
true.
get you there faster too.
That's part of the problem. Like, one, we don't know. So men don't know that about women. And honestly, a lot of
Women
women
don't
don't know that
know.
about themselves.
Correct.
So if you don't know it about yourself, you can't direct somebody to do that. And then the more important part is that there's not a conversation.
Correct.
So it's like, if I know what gets me off, but I'm not expressing that to you, I mean, like, what's the point?
So the question is, does size matter? And all three of you had told me no.
Well, I don't think
I
it
said a dimension
Well,
mattered.
the-
I
Well,
said-
up to 4. Well, all right. But in my opinion, 4 inches is like no. Dr. Millhouse is the one that is actually a doctor down below for men and women.
yes.
And she has a lot of education and study and background in this, right?
Yes.
Which is dope. Because I love this. For realistically, you're about to rewrite history. You're about to tell
I'm not even gonna lie, I actually agree with Rico on that.
you're telling a lot of men, hey, if you have a
We're gonna
4-inch
change their perspective here.
4-incher, it's okay if you just aim it up.
Everyone needs to aim it up. Every 4-inch, 6-inch, I don't care, 2-inch, aim it up.
So I think that does answer the broad question
Well,
about
you know, it's
does
funny.
size matter?
Aim it up.
Because, well, I feel like as long as they know what to do with it, and we're telling them what
Yeah.
to do with it,
The motion.
it's the motion. Exactly.
Yes.
It is, and that's what some people say, and some people were like, no.
Oh, no.
I actually never have much of a comment when it comes to size because, you know, I don't have it. But it's like, as long as you know what to do with it, size doesn't matter.
Agree. I do.
What
And
you're
again,
doing.
This is, I'm not blaming y'all 100%, but there's a lot of well endowed that don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's part because we have not been able to teach that, whether it's because we don't know how to do it either, we don't know what it is, or whether we don't communicate that. So it is, not on the onus of the penis owners. It's the vulva owners. We have to be able to know our own bodies, and we do not. We haven't ever gotten ourselves off. You know what I'm saying? But there is, there you might have something to say about, like, okay, if you're smaller, if you're thin and small, you might have to work harder. But I will tell you, there's enough bad sex happening in well-endowed, heterosexual relationships that,
Yeah.
the competition ain't that steep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
There's an orgasm gap. The orgasm gap is real. The orgasm gap is widest among heterosexual sex. When a woman has sex when a penis is involved, there's an orgasm gap. You know, when the orgasm, so the orgasm gap is meaning that the men have like a 90+% chance of orgasming. Women have like maybe a 60% chance of orgasming. Okay. Now, that gap is less when it's women with women. Women have like an 80+% chance of orgasming when they are having sex with another woman.
Yeah. So we kind of touched on this, and that makes sense because women know women.
Speak about it.
And you know why? Because Rico has life mathematics, right? And with life mathematics comes wisdom, right? And it's a beautiful thing. And realistically, you could just put 2 and 2 together because I would assume a woman knows a woman's body more than a man knows a woman's body. Like the accuracy is probably way more accurate than if I had to guess your body. Like I would assume, not saying that this is a thing, but you and Aaron could probably figure each other out a lot faster than
I do like chocolate.
than.
She is cute too, right? Yes.
Well,
Viewers' minds are wandering.
don't forget, well, they're sisters. But you get what I'm saying. You get where I'm going. So it makes sense.